Good morning, everyone. Let me turn off my car. Okay. So, good morning. Today is, I guess, day 4 of the car vlogs. But I think today I want to talk a little bit about goals and dreams. More so dreams. I have a whole lot to say about dreams and overcoming fears, etc. But I want to talk about dreams because the last few topics that I've been talking about sort of ties into that. I've talked about life choices, I talked about career, and those things. And so now I really want to just discuss briefly about dreams. One thing with me, if anyone who knows me knows that I am a straight up dreamer. They know that I'm a dreamer. They know that I have goals that I want to accomplish, things that I want to do. And as a small boutique business owner for my boutique publishing company, it is a dream of mine to really nurture that and see it fully grow. But I'm in that process of just making some drastic changes across the board, and that's going to really define things for me. And it is a slow uphill battle. And so that ties in the dreams because when you have dreams, sometimes you don't know how to combat certain situations that may come your way, or resolve, however you want to say it. And I say that because when you're really, really passionate about something in your life, a goal that you want to accomplish, or, just see come to fruition, but everyone else around you don't get it. They don't see it as much. They may show some interest here and there. Oh, how's this going? Okay, whatever. But they don't fully support. They don't show up to your events or whatever it is. I'm in that same boat. There are so many people around me that I know. I have a list of friends and acquaintances that I know, like a long list, right? But it's rare that they'll support in the way that you believe that they should support. And so it can become frustrating when you have this dream and this goal and you're pushing it to the community and just out there and you get slapped in the face. And so I really want to encourage somebody about your dreams and goals and just give you a few tips of what has really helped me on setting certain standards when it comes to actually accomplishing. Coffee is life, by the way. But here's just a few tips that I'm reiterating back into my steps, into my business and my process. But hopefully they'll help you along the way. Number one, like I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's video, is that always have a plan B and a plan C. When it comes to having dreams, dreaming and having dreams are two totally different things. But so when it comes to having dreams, you can't just sit there and dream about it. You have to actually write it down on paper. You have to get it down no matter how crazy or random it may sound. You need to get it down on paper and write it out like an outline. List those steps of what you want to do. So, for example, I have a small boutique publishing company. And so what I would do in this instance is list it on a paper, small boutique publishing company, or write your company's name there. My instance would be the Dream Inc. House. And then a subdivision, or Dreamlight Inc. Publishing, which is a subdivision of the Dream Inc. House, the overall company, right? And then I'll list what my company mission is, what I want it to entail, what products or services I'm going to offer, etc. You have to list it out. Number 2, after you do plan A, plan B, plan C, and you write it down on paper, number 2, you list out the startup financial costs that it's going to cost you to implement your dream. And sometimes you have to start off on a smaller scale. You know, sometimes you have to low budget yourself and do it in Word document like I still sometimes do to this day, but nobody won't know, right? List out the financials. So for me, or for anyone who wants to start a business, whether it is a LLC or a sole proprietorship, in your county that you're in, you have to go file paperwork. You have to pay certain fees associated to that paperwork that will honor you as a self-employed business owner within your county and within the state that you're in. And so I would list that down like a checklist that, okay, need to go file paperwork, whether I want to do it as a sole proprietor or LLC, etc. And then list the fees right there, just total them out. Sole proprietor costs this much, LLC costs this much. Do one or the other, right? And then list out what supplies do you need, different things that you need. You just break it down, right? And this can just be with any dream, because with any dream there is an internal and an external part to it. And what I mean by that, the internal struggle of you getting it out of your head on paper, and then the external part is actually implementing it into your community where you live or whatever. It can be an online business, you know. And so these are steps that I'm re-implementing back into my structure to redevelop my publishing company, to redevelop the Dream Ink House, because boy, has it been a journey. And then also with dreams, you have to define the people around you. I've went through a slow uphill battle with defining those people around me, those friends around me who are supporters and who are non-supporters. And let's just say these are the supporters, these are the non-supporters. The non-supporters are up here and the supporters are down here. And this is just within close proximity of the people that are in my circle or the people that I know, right? That could be frustrating. But I heard someone say that the people around you, family, friends, or whatever, are not going to be the ones to support you. They're just not. Let's be real. They're not going to be the ones to push you to the next level. Sure, you may get encouragement here and there from them. They may bring it up every once in a blue moon, or you may bring it up to them and it may be a quick topic of discussion, but it's nothing intense to where as they're supporting your every move. It's just not always going to happen. And I had to learn the hard way because, you know, I'm a intimate person and I want to be close to the people around me, and I want us to support each other, and I want us to all thrive, but it's just not going to happen, okay? And so just make sure that you define those people around you who are going to support you. Okay, so let's just recalculate what we got going on here. Number one, you gotta have a plan A, a B, and a sometimes C, right? And then you have to write it down. Write it down on paper in the form of an outline. And try to do it as minimal as possible, like a one page, right? And then write down the financial side of it, what it's going to cost you, what paperwork do you have to file, etc. List that down, and these are just bare minimum startup costs. You don't have to get fully in depth like you would do in a business plan, but just, you know, bare minimum costs, right? And then defining those people around you that are in close proximity of you. And so I believe those particular three, kind of four steps, will really set you up to understand that everyone has a dream, but what sets dreamers apart from other dreamers is that some actually commit to doing the work and getting out there, falling flat on their face, failing, and getting back up. Hello, somebody. And then others will just dream. And even if they do implement some steps, they'll fall flat on their face and they won't never get up. You know, and so that's the difference. Which side are you on? And so as I'm just redefining a whole lot of stuff in my life, you know, I talked about giving up in the video yesterday. I was trying to think about what I talked about, but I talked about giving up. And I went through a little stint of wanting to give up. And instead of doing that, I just really have to restructure, redefine, pull this down, redefine my business, redefine my goals, redefine those little steps that I want to push into the community, because you really have to lay a strong foundation. I know that it is crowded when it comes to businesses, when it comes to publishing a book, when it comes to, you know, recording your album, whatever it is, whatever things you want to do, whatever business you want to do. I know that it can seem crowded because it seems like it's almost like liquor stores and churches, you know, in the hood. They're on every corner. Everywhere you turn, there's a liquor store. Everywhere you turn, there's a church, a little storefront church. Excuse me. Everywhere you turn, there's a McDonald's. And everywhere you turn, there's a Starbucks, you know. And so that's kind of like that with dreams in a sense. Everywhere you turn, someone's writing a book. Everywhere you turn, someone's starting a business. Everywhere you turn, someone's doing this and someone's doing that. And so it's so flooded. It's so flooded with people wanting the same thing, to be successful in their dreams and goals and be independent business owners for themselves, you know. And so I say this to you, and this is something that I'm learning, you know, what really sets you apart. What sets you apart in your business? You have to really discover what sets you apart and focus on that and go from there. But I think I've said a mouthful. I think we're kind of at 11 minutes now, so I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to go in to this job, and I'm going to work and make this money so that I can continue to implement these steps into my dreams. Okay, I have some awesome things coming up, and I'm going to share in a separate video really soon. I'm just trying to get some things together, but talk soon, and you guys keep your head up. Okay, keep your head up. And go out there, dreamers. I love dreamers. I am totally 100% a dreamer. But anyways, be well.